In 2008, I was able to arrange a once-in-a-lifetime ghost tour, which has never happened since that night. It required only 10 people. And I was allowed that night to bring those people to a very special location. The requirement, because it was summertime, Obon, was that everyone who attended the tour had to wear white. Around that time, Facebook had just come out. It was gaining popularity. But because of Facebook, I ended up with 100 people dressed in white. Needless to say, it was sort of a nightmare, but we pulled it off. After we left this special location, we went to the Japanese cemetery in Mo'iliili. We were walking down the lane to talk to my old friend, Miles Fukunaga, who was buried at that grave in that cemetery. And the group walked ahead of me, and I was the last one. I passed this little white marble headstone and noticed sitting in front of it a small Japanese boy, maybe about 6-7 years old, shiny shoes, knee-high socks, button-down white shirt, bow tie, black shorts, rice bowl haircut, just sitting there. And I immediately got upset because I thought to myself, okay, what parent on this tour just left this kid sitting here by himself? It's really irresponsible. But I looked down at him and he looked up at me like this. I said, hello. He looks up, he says, hello. I said, are you here with anyone? Are your folks over there? Pointing toward where the group was gathering around Miles Fukunaga's headstone. And he sort of looked down the lane where I was pointing. He said, no. I said, are you here by yourself? Yes. I said, well, why? He looked at me, he says, I'm waiting for my mom. She told me to wait here. And she said when she got here, she would bring me guava juice and bazooka bubblegum. Guava juice and bazooka bubblegum? He said, yes. I said, well, okay, well, listen, if you get scared or anything, I'll be right over there with those people. Just come stand next to me or something. He looks down the lane like this, thoughtfully, and he looks back at me and says, you know, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Every time you come here with your friends, you always go talk to that guy. You never say hi to me, you never say goodbye. Suddenly I realized what was going on. I looked at him again and I said, how did you get here? Remember I was sick. Remember my mom was crying. Remember she kept telling me she was going to bring me my favorite, guava juice and bazooka bubblegum, if I waited. So that's why I'm here. I said, okay, well listen, when we leave, we'll say goodbye. He says, oh, can I go with you? I said, no, you can't. Remember, you're waiting for your mom, and if you leave and she shows up, she's going to be worried. You don't want that to happen, right? No. Okay, I'll wait. The following night, less people, smaller group. We end up in the Mo'iliili Japanese cemetery. And as we walk past that little white marble headstone, I relayed to everyone on the tour that night what happened the night before. It just so happens that night we have a self-proclaimed psychic from Tokyo who happens to speak perfect English. She interrupts me at that point of the story and she looks at everyone and says, no. I can tell you right now, he's not making this up. The characters on that headstone read Nobuo. It's the name of a 6 or 7-year-old boy, but that is not his name in life. That is his name he takes with him in the afterlife. And she says, this boy fell ill. He was dying in the hospital. His mother, sick with grief, was washing his body before he went into the afterlife, which is a custom. The last words he must have heard as his body was dying was the grief of his mother saying, if he waits for her, she will bring him his favorite, guava juice and bubblegum. So because it's the last thing he heard, he's still waiting here to show up. So if you happen to pass by that headstone in the Mo'iliili Japanese cemetery, white marble headstone, small one, a couple of headstones before Miles Fukunaga, You'll notice that now and again people actually leave guava juice and packages of bazooka bubblegum. Sometimes when I've gone there, people have left cases, guava juice, bags of bazooka bubblegum, hoping that it will appease the young boy and help him pass into the other side. It's a true story.